Thank you so much for meeting me online to create these characters, this artwork, and to develop these monologues that we've had fun recording and sharing for the spring of 2020. Let's talk a little bit about the process.
How exactly was it different for you, the difference between being on the stage and making videos of yourself, more like a TV film approach?
Like through the year, you'll get used to singing with all other people, but you'll have to record yourself singing, so then you only hear one voice.
When you're on an actual stage, there's set and places you have to stand in costumes, and when you're doing it online, you just film it.
I don't know how I came up with the makeup, but for the costume, I tried going with like the scales of the dragons, paper wings on my arms. Where I would put my hands down, the wings would go back like that. It made me feel different. It made me feel like I was a dragon.
I was thinking about all the music videos I saw on YouTube, and I was wondering, well, I want to be a singer, so why not sing something in front of some people for once?
In the beginning, I thought it was like going to be really hard.
It was harder. It's easier to sing in a group, so if I miss a line, then I could just go along with it because other people are singing it.
But then after I did it, then I thought like that wasn't that hard.
You don't know if you're off pitch or something when you're recording because you usually flow the melody with other people when they're there.
Online is easier because you don't have to have the lines memorized. You could read it from behind the camera, but on the show you can't do it unless it's all behind the audience, which you can't really read. And I feel like it's not as much pressure because you can do it as many times as you want on video, and you don't have hundreds of people watching you.
It was hard for her. For me, it was like easy. Like my mom told me, oh, memorize it in chunks. So then, like you read a sentence to yourself, and then do it without the paper, and then keep on doing it for all the sentences. I was trying to do it fast.
Sometimes I felt really frustrated, and sometimes I was like, okay, let's try it again.
Yeah, it took 3 hours. For me, it took
Okay.
like 30 minutes.
Online, if you have to sing a song, the host is gonna have to mute everybody because, well, even though if we sing at the same time, it's gonna sound like we're singing at different paces and different places.
My favorite song is Stories to Tell. I love stories, and it expresses who you are. I love to read stories and tell stories and write stories and games, and yeah.
So the song Tell Us a Story is all of the little dragons, which is including me, we're all scared because we think that the stars are going to fall on us if we don't sleep in a cave. We also think that there's going to be black holes swallowing us up and like other crazy stuff like that. So we end up getting told a story, and that helps us fall asleep. And we sing a song about it.
I also like you, Mom. You like when I was little, you always had to sing songs to me. And then when you were working, I had to call your name to bring you over to me. And then that's like the same as here. You can't fall asleep without a song. So they sang about Tell Us a Story.
The reason they sing the song is because the dragons wouldn't fall asleep. Mother Fire Breath said, if we tell you a story, you have to go to sleep. I like stories to tell because I like
Stories can help you in life and in the future. I like stories and I like to read a lot of stories. So I love the song.
How old was I when I started? I don't know. I've been doing it for a while.
This show that we're doing right now, it's called So Far From Home, but I believe you were in the first version of this show.
Yeah, it was the very first show I ever did too. It was What If originally. I have the old playbill somewhere, and I think the script as well.
What things changed in the show, and how did your role change?
I saw some of the characters changed. There's no longer General Bob the Rat. Our class was asked to suggest characters, to come up with characters. And I had originally come up with Mother Firebreath. I originally didn't get the role of Mother Firebreath since it was kind of a big role and I was new to the whole acting thing, so it's fine. It makes sense. I got Phoenix. I actually grew to really like the role that I got. I like that I got Phoenix. She tried to help the best she could, even though she wasn't exactly a dragon. She still used her wings and anything she could to help. And I really like that about her. This year, I got Mother Firebreath! Woo! And it's kind of funny because it's coming full circle. My very first thing was What If, it was the same story, and my very last one is What If, and I finally got the character that I had made and wanted.
Action!
Facing a challenge.